Okay, we are recording. Welcome to our team call. I am very excited for tonight because we have one of our own being the guest speaker, and she is going to absolutely crush it. As you guys know, Sammy hit diamond a couple of months ago, and immediately after she held her diamond for those 6 weeks, for me to hit 1 star, she went 1 star qualifying. Sorry about the saw in the background. Norm's doing house projects in the basement. Typical, always something, right? Anyway, she went from diamond. Now tomorrow she will officially lock in 1 star because Savannah has held her diamond for 6 weeks tomorrow. So amazing things, and she did it all very quickly in her business, and she is hands down the most consistent person on this team when she's busy, when she's not busy. Her life is literally turning into what she wants it to be because she's showing up. So she is going to rock it tonight, and I'm so excited, Sammy. So you can just take over the floor, and everyone get your notebooks ready because it's going to be fire.
Oh, thank you for that introduction. I actually can't share my screen yet.
Oh yeah, I got to make you a co-host. Let me see here 1 second. Maybe one day we'll have a team call where I've got it together. Okay. Okay, let's try it now.
Okay. Yay, there it goes.
Okay.
Now hopefully I can figure out how to present it. My computer is really slow. Sorry. There we go. All right. Can you guys see like your faces on mine? Like where I have you placed?
I don't think so. I can see. I think you can like change that on your own screen. I think.
No, you can everybody can see where they have people placed. It's not where you have yours placed.
Okay, I'm just trying to get it out of the way. All right, so like Natalie said, I'm going to talk about being consistent and using the business activity tracker and showing up not only when you want to, but on the days that you really don't want to. So first things first, I want to talk a little bit about my story. So I don't really have this big crazy story about something bad that happened in my life and like that made me want to become a coach. I was just starting my second year of teaching and Natalie reached out to me and I didn't make a lot of money teaching and this was an opportunity for me to make some extra money. So I was like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? And I didn't really have any objections or anything. I kind of just signed up right away when she invited me to the business opportunity. So that's a little bit different than most people, but I just was poor and needed a way to make an extra income on my own time. So I signed up and I hit Emerald in my second month as a working coach. And then I held it for a year, about a year, because October to October. And then I was on my honeymoon and I actually dropped Emerald of October 2019. And I was pissed. I was on my honeymoon and Natalie texted me and she's like, hey, like your husband just went inactive. And I was like, wait, what? And I had no idea. I was like, what's happening? Because one of my debit cards that I was using on his account like got froze because I was in Greece. And I was like so pissed off about it and was like, what the fuck? Oh, sorry. If you have kids, when I get really passionate, I swear. So sorry about that. Yeah. Anyways, if you have kids, I'm probably gonna swear a lot. Sorry. Anyways, so got that back within a week and was like never letting that happen again. So then I missed Success Club in January. I hit Success Club every single month as a coach. And January was the first month of 2020, this year, the first month of this year, I didn't hit Success Club. And I literally woke up that next morning and bawled my freaking eyes out. I had snot running down my face. My husband's like, what is wrong with you? I was like, I didn't hit Success Club. And he's like, I don't know what that means. Like, what's going on? And you guys, I literally like wanted to quit. I was like depressed. I was so mad. Like it's getting me emotional right now because it was just like the worst feeling ever to not hit Success Club because I wanted to be successful in my business. And You need to be hitting Success Club if you want to be successful. And yeah, we'll miss it here and there. Well, we shouldn't. I should not have missed it, but I did. And I took that time to look back on January, and I looked back on my invites, and I looked back on my follow-ups, and I looked at my trackers, and I said, why the hell did I miss? And I saw it plain and clear in my tracker. I was only sending like 30 invites a week. One week I didn't even do a single follow-up. And that's why I missed Success Club. I was posting on my stories, I was inviting, not very much, but I wasn't following up, and I was doing the bare minimum, and I missed Success Club because I was not doing the work, and I didn't realize it. So that was kind of my turning point in my business for me. I was pretty consistent the whole time, like before that, but after I missed that, I was like, this can never happen again. Like, if I want to leave my job, I need to be consistent, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do. So I changed my mindset, and I started sending 10 invites a day. I started consistently doing my follow-ups. And 4 months later, February, March, April, May, June, April, 4 months, math is hard. 4 months, I hit diamond. I locked that in for 6 weeks, and then I started my qualification for 1-star. And tomorrow I will officially be a 1-star coach. So 4 months is all it took for me to change my mindset, like knuckle down and like stop making excuses for myself and really like change my business around. So that's kind of my story. And I wanted to tell you guys about how I dropped Emerald and how I missed Success Club, because I am not perfect. Like, I fuck up a lot. I'm not good at everything, but the thing is, when I do mess up, I take ownership for that, and I look back and figure out why I messed up, and I fix it. And that is a huge thing with learning and getting better and growing in this business. Is if you mess up, don't dwell on it. Like, take your day, whatever, take one day, like dwell on it, but then figure out why that happened and how you can make that not happen ever again. So that's my story. Kind of rambled on a little bit there. All right, so that kind of leads us into the business activity tracker, because I told you guys how I went back and looked at my business activity tracker when I missed, and like how I used that. So this tracker that Beachbody gives us is literally the key to being a successful coach. If you have that business activity tracker, which you all should have, and you should fill out every single day and every single week, like consistently, like every single day, you need to be filling that out. Beachbody literally gives us that and says, if you do these things, you will be successful. So why do we not do them? Even me, sometimes I'm like, Beachbody literally gave me this piece of paper that can earn me a 6-figure income if I just do these simple activities every single day. So why is it so hard for us to be able to do those? And choosing not to do these activities on our tracker is basically choosing not to be successful. If you have this in front of you, I have mine right here, and you know what you need to do and you're not doing it, you're choosing not to be successful. And I think that's so crazy, and it's something that I realized when I was getting ready for this call. I was like, dude, like Beachbody gives us this piece of paper and it's like, here you go, do this and you can make 6 figures. So it's like, it blows my mind that it took me so long to just be like, just do the damn things. So anyways, fill out your tracker and do the things and you will be successful. And then if you want to see more success, you have to do more. So I was filling out my tracker consistently. I was doing the things, and I was sending 5 invites every single day. And that worked for a while until it didn't work. And then I had to up my invites. So then, actually in January, I started sending 10 invites a day, every single day. No matter what, I was sending 10 invites a day. And now that I'm home from work and I'm not working anymore, which is super awesome, and this business gave that to me. This business is making it so I don't have to go back to work, which is freaking incredible. Like, blows my mind still. Like, it doesn't feel real that this is happening, but I want more now because I'm home and I have to make up for my income that I'm not getting from school. So now I want more. So now I went from 5 invites at the start, that was working for me until it didn't. And then I started sending 10 invites a day. And now I want more. So now I'm going to start sending 15 to 20 invites a day because I want more. So I have to do more. And with that comes follow-ups. And follow-ups are so important to do on your tracker. And you should have a system, whether it's pen and paper, whether you use a Google Doc, whatever it is, like you need to be doing follow-ups. And I know some of you think that follow-ups are really scary, and that was never a thing for me. Actually, invites were more scary for me than following up because I had already sent the invite. So like, what's a follow-up? But you have to be doing follow-ups, you guys. Follow-ups are just like the bread and butter, if I don't even know what to say about follow-up, but you have to do your follow-ups because time and time again, these people that I'm talking to finally join me because I followed up with them 3 times, 6 times, 10 times. Like the more consistent you are with following up, they're going to see that you're consistently following up with them every month, and they're going to know that, okay, this girl, she's keeping an eye on me. She's keeping track of me. And so she's going to do that in this group too. If she's already doing this and I'm not even in her group and she's following up with me, like she's going to do that once I join her, and she's going to make sure I stay on track with my health and fitness, or she's going to help me build my business because she's so consistent with her follow-ups right now. So that's so important. And then another activity tracker that I love to use is the Rise Up Planner. And I put a picture of it right here. So if you guys don't have it, you can see kind of what the layout for that is. And there's no dates or months or weeks on it. So it's really cool. Like I started mine in September, and it has like five weeks in each month or whatever, but you can write your why at the beginning of it and your goals for your business. And I read that every single day, and I can plan out, you can plan out your days. And for school, when I did that, it was so helpful. Okay, 6 a.m., like wake up and work out. Between 7 and 8, I had to get ready and drink my shake and be out the door. And then from 8 to 4, I was teaching at school. So then from 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 8 to 9, 9 to 10, every single hour, I planned out when I got home what I was going to do with my business during each of those hours. And I used to think, it's crazy that I used to think that I didn't have time to do this, because then as soon as I got this planner and I was like, well, what the hell am I doing from 5 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night? Like that's 5 hours of my time. Like, what am I doing? And it just like blows my mind. And if you like write it out and really see where you're wasting time and where you can actually get business activities done. So I totally recommend getting this planner. If you don't have it, you can buy it on Amazon. It's by Moira. I don't know how to say her last name, but Moira, she sells it, and the cover of it's blue. It looks like this. Highly recommend using that to help you schedule out your days and your weeks and writing goals. And she has like a whole thing in the beginning of it that just, she's a Beachbody coach too, so it's just like a perfect fit. And then my last thing on tracking your activities is that your business activity tracker, this little sheet that Beachbody gives you, you need to be doing those activities before you do anything else. Before you make pretty emails, before you make graphics for your story, before you do any of that pretty, fun, crafty stuff, you need to get those activities done first, because I've done it. It's a distraction to not have to do my activities. And then I'll have to do my business activity trackers at 9, 10 o'clock at night because I was busy spending 3 hours putting an email together. Like that stuff is not necessary, and that stuff is not going to grow your business. What's going to grow your business is sending invites and doing follow-ups and sharing on your story and posting every single day. So make sure, and you can make the pretty stuff and it's really fun and it's pretty and people like to look at it. And you can totally do that stuff, but you need to be making sure that you're getting your business activity tracker done first. I don't know, I see the chat like popping up, but I don't know what's going on in there. So I just check that at the end. But if anybody like, or Natalie, if you need to interrupt me to say anything, go ahead. All right, so staying consistent. And like I said, with that other tracker or with the Rise Up Planner, scheduling out your day is so important to staying consistent, because if you have a schedule, you're more likely to stick to it than if you're like, oh, okay, in my head, like I got this at 3 and I got this and I got this. And then all of a sudden it's 9 o'clock at night and you're like, holy crap, where'd the day go? I didn't get anything done. So writing it down, whether it's in your planner, in your calendar, wherever you're gonna write it down, schedule out your day, even schedule out like, okay, at this time I'm gonna do follow-ups for 20 minutes and then I'm gonna do invites for 20 minutes, and just really getting into like the nitty-gritty and just being super specific so you can get your stuff done. And then being consistent in your own schedule and your own day, and then also being consistent on your Instagram, you guys, on your stories and on your feed. I looked back at my Instagram feed and I've missed posting on my feed 2 times in the year of 2020. Only 2 times. One time I was like dying sick. I think I had COVID back in January because I literally like couldn't breathe and like was coughing and it was really bad, and I didn't post one of those days, but I still posted the other days. I posted like my cough drops and like my chicken noodle soup. And then the second day that I didn't post was the blackout square day. I didn't know what to do, so I just didn't post that day. And those are the only 2 days, and I can remember them because I am so consistent that I didn't post those 2 days. And on your Instagram stories, so posting on your feed once a day, and then your Instagram stories, sharing your workout, sharing the products, sharing your daily life. You guys, if you are inviting people and they don't see you like sharing on your story or sharing on your feed, how are they going to know what you're inviting them to? If they don't see the workouts, they're not going to know what kind of workouts you're doing or what to expect if they can't see it. So you need to be sharing on your story every single day your workouts and the products and your daily life. And they also want to know that you're not a fitness robot. So that's why sharing your life is so important, because they want to see that you're like actually a real person, and that you do more than drink shakes and work out, because that's the whole point about Beachbody, right? Is that it takes up little time so then you can go live the rest of your life. And that's what we want to promote, and that's what we're trying to show people, is that it only takes 30 minutes to get your workout, and then I get to do whatever I want the rest of my day. And so I think it's really important to make sure that we're sharing our daily life, our dogs, our significant others, what we're doing at work, going for walks, what we're doing on the weekends, all of that extra stuff, because people like that. That's what gets their attention, and seeing like, oh, this girl, she has an Australian Shepherd just like me. How cool. Or like, she's drinking wine. I love wine. Or she's kayaking. Kayaking's my favorite. And it just creates all these different ways that you can connect with more people. So being consistent on your stories is so, so important. And being consistent in your feed is so important, because if you're not showing up there and you're inviting, people are gonna be like, who the heck is this girl inviting me to a fitness thing and I've never even seen her do a workout? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like walking into a store and they like have all their clothes covered up and they're like, oh, do you want to buy this dress? Well, no, because I don't know what it looks like. So make sure you're sharing. And then tracking. I know I'm talking about tracking again. It's just so important, because it can tell you so much about how productive your weeks were. And I put in, this is a picture from last week of my Rise Up planner of my tracking. And I say aim for 100%, but always be above 80%. So, and I think she says that in her planner too. So you can see I highlighted coach invites, webinars, and recognizing achievement, because all 3 of those areas fell under 80% for me. So I look at that, I reflect on that, and now this week, those are the things that I'm working on doing more consistently every single day. So I'm using that as a tool to help me get better and to help me grow while moving forward with my business. So now this week, I'm really focusing on making sure that I am sending out more coach invites, because I want to get to 50 coach invites, and I want to get to 10 webinars. I want to send 10 webinars out a week. And last week I only got 6. So now I'm really focusing on talking to people about sending the webinars, and the recognizing achievement, and shouting out my challengers on my story, and shouting out my coaches, and talking about how amazing this team is. And I really need to be doing that every single day so people can see what I'm doing and why I love it so much. And then consistency builds momentum. So the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the more natural it becomes, and the better it feels, and then it becomes a routine, and then you just start to do it automatically. So the more consistent you are with posting, the better you're going to get at it, the more it's going to become a habit and the easier it's going to become to do. I remember when I first started, and it would take me like hours, and I'm not joking, you guys, like hours to make a single Instagram post. I would sit there and I would think about it and I would type it out and then I would delete it all and I would rewrite it and I would send it to Natalie, and literally like ridiculous. And now it's to the point where I'm just like, oh, this sounds good, and I can type out a 10 paragraph post in like 5 minutes. So it takes time, but the more you do it, the better you get. And if you're not doing it, you're not going to be able to get better. So you have to be doing it. And like talking on my story. Now, one of my goals is to talk on my story every single day. And you'll see that I put that in my tracker, because that's something that was a really big struggle for me at the beginning, because I'm such a people pleaser and I get so nervous about what people think about me and about how people are going to like judge me or make fun of me. So talking on my story was a very, very big fear of mine. And it took me probably a year into my business to talk on my story. And now I do it every single day, and it's gotten easier. And now I don't care if I mess up or if I stumble over my words. But it's because it came from me doing it every single day. And you have to do these things every single day to get better. And that's all I've got for that. I feel like I've talked so much and really fast. Okay, so showing up even when we don't want to. This is really huge, and I feel like this is something that was really hard for me specifically in December of this year, because I was really, really hating my job. And I had one really, really challenging kid, and he literally, you guys, I'm not kidding, he would scream at me all day, just at the top of his lungs, just scream. And it was so draining. And normally I would work on my lunch break, and I couldn't even focus on my lunch break because I would go out to my car and I would hyperventilate in my car crying, because I literally didn't know what to do to help this child. And it was so stressful for me. And then I would get home and I would just want to like lay in my bed and do nothing. And so showing up even when you don't want to, like, I get it. I know what it's like to be busy. And I know right now you're probably like, okay, Sam, like, you're not working. Like, you have all the time in the world. But like, it hasn't always been this way. It's only been this way for a month. And the 2 years that I put into this business have been hard. And I've worked at the restaurant. I've worked summer camp. I've worked at the school. And so I know what it's like to try to do this when you're busy. And I feel you guys. And I know it's hard, and I know sometimes it sucks. But if your why is deep enough, and if you want this bad enough, you'll fucking do it. Like, no excuses. You will do the work. And some days, like, I would just have to start. Okay, I get home, it's like 6 o'clock, and I don't want to do my coach work. I just had like the worst day ever. Like, I don't want to do anything. I want to sit on the couch and watch TV. Okay, well, I'll sit on the couch, I'll turn the TV on, but I'll put my tracker there. And I'll say, I'm going to do 3 invites just to get started. I'm just going to start. I'm going to do 3 invites. And then that turns into, okay, well, now I only need 2 more to get to 5. So I'll just do 5 invites. So just starting, even on the days that you don't want to, like, follow-ups for me, like, just like, I'm like, oh, I don't want to follow up. Like, not because I'm afraid of it or anything, but I don't know why, but I'm just like, I don't want to follow up. So I'm always like, okay, I'm just going to do 1. I'm just going to do 1. And I do it, and then next thing you know, 15 follow-ups later, I'm done. Just because I sat down and I started it and I did it. So if you're having like trouble with doing something or posting or whatever, just start. If you're posting, start with a picture, and then go do something else, and then sit back down and try to type out, like, give yourself 5 minutes. I'm going to type a caption for this picture. And then if it's not done, okay, move on and then come back to it later. So just start. That's such a huge, powerful thing if you just start. Like, okay, I'm just going to do 1. Because I guarantee as soon as you sit down and you do 1, you're like, oh, what's 3 more? So that helped me a lot. And then also remembering your why and reading your vision daily. That helps so much. On days that I didn't want to do it, I would flip my book right back to the beginning and I would read that why. I want to leave my job. I want to do what I love on my own time. And that's why I'm doing this. I'm so drained right now because I'm doing something that doesn't bring me joy. And it's bringing me down so much that I can't even do the things that bring me joy. So just remembering that deep why, and like, that really can power you through. And then this kind of goes with the first one, just start. Some is better than none. If you have 50 follow-ups and that's too overwhelming for you, just do 5 and do 5 every day. You don't have to do them all at once. So that's also something, because my follow-ups would like back up really high. So some is better than none. If you can't think of this really great post, just post something. Post something that is like your dog, or a picture of something that you love. I remember one day I posted a picture of like a plant and just put like a positive quote by it. Like, just do something. Something's better than nothing. And it really will help with like the Instagram algorithm if you're posting every single day, even if it's not something that you love or something that you think is super, super good. Like, I really do believe that something is better than nothing, because then again, it also creates that habit. It creates that consistency. And then my last one, those of you that are in the Diamond pod know what I'm talking about, but make a coach pod to help you hold you accountable. So me, Natalie, and Savannah have a group chat going, and we talk in there every single day. And literally in the morning at like, I kid you not, like 6:30 a.m., Savannah's like, okay, sent out 20 coach invites and 30 challenger invites, and I got my post done, and I'm like, I'm still in bed. Like, what's going on? And it just like motivates me to get my work done, because I'm like, dang girl, like, how'd you get all that stuff done already? And then I want to get my stuff done. So maybe find 1 or 2 girls, team up with them, start a little text message chat, and just like fire each other up, talk about stuff that sucks. Like, I'll screenshot if somebody sends me a mean message, and I'll screenshot it and send it, and then be like, oh, you don't need her, and like they'll fire me up and make me feel better about it. So just get that, I don't know, just make a pod, find 1 or 2 people that you can text with every single day, that you can share the good, you can share the bad, and that will help support you and keep you going. And like, message with them, be like, okay, I got this and this done already. Like, what have you guys done today? And that truly, truly, I think has made a huge difference in my business. And Savannah obviously just got to Diamond too. So I think it's really beneficial to do that. And then, I think that's it. I think that's all I have. I feel like I just talked so fast.
No, that was so good. And I feel like it's all stuff that everyone needs to be reminded about from time to time. Like, we all know that we have the tracker, but we all don't do it every day. And we all know that life is hard, and we all know that everyone's busy, but you saying it, and like, it's a true testament to the success you're seeing in your business. Like, the depth that's growing within your team is because you show up and do the tracker every day. And like you said, it's nothing fancy, you guys. It's literally a piece of paper that if you intentionally sit down, you can get it done in an hour. You can. Savannah's proof. She gets it done in like 3 minutes, okay? But you guys, it's a choice. And I love how you said, like, you were having, and I remember you talking about you having the worst month of your life with work, like wanting to quit and didn't care if you made no money because you were so miserable. And it was hard to do the coaching work, but you grew through that because you did it anyways, which makes it easier to show up on days that you have a great day. If you can power through and show up when life is shitty, like, it's easy to show up every other day. And like, your life can suck the joy out of the joyful things, like Sammy said. And I think that it's important to remember that use the business as like your place, that you can control your business. Sammy couldn't control a preschool child that's screaming at her all day. You can't control someone getting sick. You can't control COVID-19. You can't control anything. That you can control the work you put into your business. And it's a choice to show up every single day. And you showing up every single day, Sammy, that's why you are where you are. And that's why, this team is blowing up, because you guys are choosing to show up. And it's huge, and it feels so good. Like, yeah, sometimes it feels shitty when someone tells you no and tells you to go away. It's like, cool, block them, move on. It doesn't matter. Like, does anyone really care if one person's mean to you? There's a lot of mean people out there. Like, just shake it off and find someone that cares about you, and they'll tell you to screw off. Like, screw that person. Like, literally, today, Sammy sent a message about someone being mean, and I was like, fuck her. Like, who cares? Like, we don't know her. You were trying to offer her something nice. Like, okay, see ya, get off my page. Whatever.
Yeah,
but,
thank you, next.
Yeah, thank you, next. I think Melanie Mitro says, some will, some won't. So what? And then, or who's next, or something like that. But Sammy, that was honestly amazing, and I'm so proud of your hard work. And I think that everyone on this call looks up to you because of the way you show up. Like, there are days that I don't show up as much as I need to, but you are always showing up. And that, you guys, that should inspire you. Like, if you follow Sammy and like you watch her stuff, like, get some ideas from her. She posts great shit, you know, like she does a good job. She's funny on her stories. Like, she spills stuff all the time. Like, share that type of stuff because people relate to that. But I thought maybe if you guys wanted to have any, like, ask any questions, if anyone has questions for Sammy, now would be a great time to ask if anyone has any.
While you think of some questions, I just want to say too, like, when those bad things, or I guess not bad, but like when those shitty things happen, like when I dropped Emerald and when I didn't hit Success Club, I could have let those moments drag me down, and I could have let those moments stop me. I could have stopped. And I kid you not, when I missed Success Club in January, I thought about quitting. I was like, well, I can't do it. Like, whatever. Like, I can't even hit Success Club. But I didn't. And I didn't let it define me, but I let that moment make me better, and I let that moment push me. And now since then, I've hit Success Club 10 every single month. So I use that bad moment to build up and make me better. So I think that's super important. Like, when bad things do happen and when things that suck happen, to just really take that in and like use that to your own power.
Okay, Sammy, someone asks, okay, Erica, I'm wondering how long you wait to follow up with someone after initially inviting them.
Okay, so I send an invite and then I follow up 2 days later. So then in 2 days, I'll say, hey, I don't know if I messaged you at a bad time, but I wanted to check in to see if this is something you would be interested in. So 2 days. Every single time, 2 days. That's it. Unless they haven't seen it. If they didn't read the message, then I'll move it for 2 more days and then check back in 2 days.
Okay, and then Randy asks, how do you run your BOD group? Do you run your groups on BOD or Facebook? And how do you keep your challengers engaged?
So me and Savannah actually run a group together, and we love the My Challenge Tracker app, but we just obviously had to switch over to BOD groups, and we're still trying to get the hang of it. I'm kind of annoyed with it at the moment, but trying to just like wait for Beachbody to like get all their shit together and like do the updates and whatever. But we actually do a bingo board now. We just started that when we switched over to the BOD groups because we can't see who's logging weekly. So we do a bingo board every single week, and then we just do it like, we tell our people to screenshot it and then fill it out, and then it's just like we're like, we trust you, so make sure you're honest when you fill it out. And then we post, like, we pin a post in it on Sundays and say, post your board here, and then whoever posted the board gets entered into, like, I put their names in that little spinny wheel or whatever, I don't know what it's called, the name picker thing, and put their names in, spin it, and then whoever it lands on wins like a $5 gift card for the week. And we do that every other week, and me and Savannah switch off. So it's like $10 a month that we spend on that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's why it's nice to find like an accountability person, because like it's nice that Sam and I can like, so I did this month in terms of like graphics and all that stuff, and then like Sam will do the following month, and we'll just keep going back and forth. Same with like prizes and stuff. So it's just nice to like have a coach to like work with and do things with.
Yes, highly recommend finding a partner to buddy up with. Was there any other questions?
No more questions? On the buddying up thing too, you guys, like if you are on this call and like you don't have a success partner or you want to buddy up with someone, like message someone on Facebook or Instagram, be like, hey, do you guys want to buddy up? Like, I think it'd be fun. And even new coaches, I think the other Sammy G on this call, I think when she started, we did like an Emerald group, but we did a pod of like the girls that joined in March. And I think Audrey was in that group too. And like Audrey and Sammy got really close. And it's fun because you get to connect with people that are in the same spot in your business. So like a brand new coach may be super overwhelmed by seeing that Sammy's about to be 1-star tomorrow. but everyone starts somewhere. So it's nice to have girls who are on the same page and are kind of pushing for similar goals. So I highly recommend doing that within your teams or, you know, within the whole big team. So it's super helpful. And I know it inspires me. Like I typed in here, like when I leave my work most of the time, I'm frustrated, I'm annoyed, but I usually have like 25 text messages in like the Diamond group or the group chat with Sammy and Savannah. And I literally open that and they're all fired up, like talking all this amazing stuff all day. And I'm like, I better move my attitude and like get home and do the coaching work, because I want to be able to be like, you guys, I did my stuff. Like I did 10 invites and I sent a webinar, and it's fun to like pump each other up that way. And Savannah actually inspired me to like start working in the morning, because I try to beat her sometimes. Like it'll be 6 a.m. and she's like, all right guys, did my invites, 45 follow-ups, I'm about to work out, I did my PD, I followed 10 new accounts. I'm like, I'm still drinking my Energize. So and now I try in the morning to like get my stuff done, but you can tell like she does her business with intentional action. Like she literally just sits down, does her work, doesn't, I guess, piss around. I don't know. I don't want to say another word, but she just like gets her shit done so that she's like done for the day. And then the cool thing is like when you send invites in the morning, you guys, at least for me, like I work all day and then I come home, my inbox is full. And then I can go through those messages and reply back to them and like kind of figure that out. And then the next morning I have a full inbox again. So then you go through your messages. So you like give yourself like 8 to 10 hours in between your messages. Then you don't feel attached to your phone all the time. But it's cool to wake up and you can go through your messages or get home from work and be like, all right, here we go. We're going to get after it. So find someone on the team that inspires you. You want to get in a pod with me? I'll gladly get in a pod with any of you guys. But if you do that, be prepared to work.
I also wanted to say, because I'm reading through these things right now too, and like posting on your stories, something that I can't remember when it was, but Melanie Mitro said it, and I do it all the time now, and it's like super nice. So if you're in a hurry, just taking pictures of things, like taking a picture of your shake or taking a picture of this or that, and then posting it later. Like just because you're doing it now doesn't mean you need to post it right now. Like you can take a picture of it, and then like when I was working, I would take a picture of my shake and I would like record my videos at home. But then like once I got to work and like settled down, like I would add them to my story quick before my day started. So you don't have to do it like right there in the moment. Just snap a picture quick and then you can upload it later. And like today I made portobello mushroom pizza. So I took pictures of the process and then like I made them, I ate dinner, and then before I got on this call, I posted them on my story. So you don't have to do it like right there in the moment. And I know like it sounds super simple, but it's something that I never thought about. Like I was like, oh, I got to post it now or I got to do it now. And it's super helpful too when you're with like your family or you're out doing something. Or like when I'm kayaking or whatever, I'll take all these pictures and videos and then I'll put my phone away and I'll enjoy the rest of the day. And then when I get home and when we get done, then I'll post them on my story. So you don't have to do it right in the moment. And I know that sounds kind of silly, like super simple, like, okay, Sam, duh, but that's something that I never like knew until Melanie Mitro told me that. And it was so helpful.
I was saying I put that in the chat, but that's something I do with like my Instagram posts. Like I have like probably like close to 50 like photos that I can go back and use that I've taken over time, like picture of like Matt and like the family and like pictures of when I was visiting Sam and Natalie, pictures like umpteen million pictures of food. I have a whole album like dedicated to Instagram posts. So like that's great for like if you're feeling stuck, like I don't know what the heck to post, go back in that album and look, and I swear you'll be motivated to find something and you'll think of something to say. That's been like super, super helpful for me. That way I'm never running out of ideas to post.
I do the same thing if I'm sitting and binging like a show and I use a specific filter for my Instagram. I will sit there, binge my show, but edit like 15 to 20 pictures and put them in an album in my phone so that next time I need something to just throw up, I go into that album and with no post in mind, I just look at the pictures and try to think of something.
Yeah, I love that. I do this. I'll take random pictures like on the boat, or if like it's nice outside and my food's pretty, but I already posted, like just make an album in your phone, like IG posts. And then some days if you just need like filler posts, like Sammy, like a plant, like literally anything. And showing up though, that at first I used to think, well, you know, you don't really have to post every day. Cause like when I started, you guys, I did not want to post on social media. I told my coach, I'm just not doing it. Like it sounds cool, but like, no, thank you. is what I told her. And she's like, okay, fine, do what you want. It's your business. But then she was just like, I saw that if you want to see success in the business, people need to be reminded that you're there. So like when you're not showing up for a while, and it's not because like, oh, you're going to post a picture of a plant and today you're going to sign up 10 challengers. No, but you may have invited 10 people 2 months ago who see something pop up in your feed and they're like, oh crap, that girl mentioned something about a business, or like she's doing workouts. I should see if she's still doing that. So it's reminding you every day that that person is still there, and then like you're showing up in their feed. So it's more so the consistent factor of like people seeing you every day showing up. Like I've had people come back to me after 3 years and like, okay, I'm ready to do it now. I've been watching you show up every single day for 3 straight years, every single day. Like that's the stuff that people want to see, because like if she can do it, she can probably teach me how to show up for at least 2 weeks, you know? So like it helps people to see the vision too. So you don't have to have perfectly crafted posts. And I get a lot of my ideas from personal development too. So if you're reading, I have a notebook in my phone, or if I get a cool idea, I'll just put it in my phone in my notes and relate it to whatever I want to talk about. But when I first started, my captions were 1 sentence, you guys. It wasn't like I was posting long storybooks like I am now, but you get better and you learn how to do that. The key is just to show up.
Yeah, and you guys, we all have been where you are, and we've all had to start at day one. Every single one of us has a day one and had a day one. And the only way to get better is to continue to show up and try and figure out what works and figure out what doesn't work. And you really, like, you can't get better if you're not trying. So the only way to get better is to continue to post and continue to figure out what your audience is engaging with. And yeah, I guess that's all I have on that. But you just have to do it if you want to get better. And if it scares you, it probably means you should be doing it, because it means it's going to push you to be better and push you to get outside of your comfort zone. And I don't know if any of you watched my story before this call, but just to show you about where we all start, my very first team call that I was just listening on, like you guys, I was just listening. I didn't have to talk. I didn't even show my face because I was so nervous about getting on this team call. And today I just talked to you guys for 30 minutes. So we all start somewhere, but the more you do it and the more you practice, the better you'll get.
Yes, I love it. And you guys showing up, even if you don't sign someone up, is inspiring to someone. Like I've invited a lot of people that have said like, I'm totally not ready to do this, but I love seeing your stuff every day because I relate a lot. I invite her to coaching. She's like, honestly, I'm not going to do the business, but like I drink a lot of wine like you do, and my husband hunts, and I love your new house, and I love seeing your updates. So like people just like seeing your stuff. And like that girl will probably be on our team in the next 6 months.
I have people that say that to me too. That's so funny. But you never know, like when you're posting, you never know what somebody's going to connect with. And the more that you post about different things between the community and the coaching opportunity and the workouts, and you just never know what's going to catch somebody's eye, and what you're talking about is going to be that one thing that gets them, that draws them in, that they're going to want to join you. So the more you talk about it, the more people will see it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how I got into the business. I heard my coach, she said, doesn't even work the business anymore, but talking on her stories, which to me was like death, like never doing that either. So I like would literally watch her stories and be like, is she kidding me? Like, is she kidding? Like, how is she doing this right now? And I would be so uncomfortable about it, but I would still watch it because I was uncomfortable because I didn't think I could ever do it. But anyway, she was talking about, you know, this awesome business that she's doing and like the community and the friendships and some workouts. So I was really curious, but I watched her show up in her stories for 3 months before I actually reached out to her and said, what are you doing? So someone could be watching you, but you stop showing up, you're not getting that message in 3 months. And that message changed my life and can change every single one of your lives. Me sending that message because she showed up. So think of that when you're showing up. Like you can sign up one person who really needs this, who can then grow an organization of women that will change people's lives forever. So there's like so much more of a positive impact by showing up. I think we could like rant on this for like 3 days.
I literally, before this call, I was talking with Natalie and I was like, I'm really nervous that I'm going to just like talk for like 2 hours. because you guys, I literally kept thinking of stuff, just like things that have helped me, because I want to tell you so that way you can grow your businesses faster than I did. And I really had to like focus and narrow it down, because I was like, what's the important stuff out of here? And I'm sure I rambled, but I hope that I was helpful to you guys. And if any of you ever need anything, please message me. Like, my inbox is open. I'm an open book. It's all good. So
Yes, it was so good. It's so good, and I love it. And you started treating your business like a business in January, and it's treating it's a business now. Like, the reality is, like, something, I don't know where I heard this, but maybe you should write on the top of your tracker, would I pay myself a 6-figure income for the work I did today? And ask yourself that. Like, if you were, let's say Beachbody and coaching was your full-time job. Like, I'll be done after this, but Beachbody and coaching is your full-time job. And you go to your full-time job and you just decide, I'm not going to do my tracker today. What happens at work if you just don't do the stuff you're supposed to do? So, like, someone else telling you and forcing you to maybe do something that you don't want to do is a little bit easier to do. That I don't truly understand. You know, like, we slave away at jobs that we don't truly love because there's a paycheck behind it, but there's also a paycheck behind this business. Like, if I told you tomorrow that you could earn $200,000 in this business if you went and sent 100 invites next week, and you were guaranteed that money, you would find 100 people to invite. You would find them. So I think switching your mindset that this is a business and the business can pay you big, but you have to take action for it. So just remind yourself every day that even if you've never sent invites or you can't do follow-ups or you're overwhelmed, break it down. Do a little bit at a time and just keep showing up. And I promise it will be worth it. And everyone on this team and everyone on this call has the ability to do amazing things. You just have to believe in yourself and read the right personal development. If you're struggling with being like afraid of everything, read Fear is My Homeboy. Savannah actually calls Fear her homeboy now. And if you're struggling with like how to actually like work a network marketing business or with read Go for No in network marketing. That one was great for me when I first started. So there are so many tools. Ask for help. Message any of us on this call and someone will help you if you need help. The last thing I wanted to say is that you guys have, what's today? Wednesday. You have until Friday to qualify for the call with Christy, the Superstar Diamond, who is going to be doing the call for us, for anyone who adds 2 new coaches /VIPs to their team by Friday. So as of right now, where's my notebook? Oh, I'm looking at it. I have made the call, Morgan has made the call, Hannah has made the call, and Savannah has made the call. We've got Maddie, Amanda, Nicole, Rebecca, Carly, and Susanna, all with 1 VIP already. So add 1 more, you girls, and you're on the call, and you guys won't want to miss it. She's taking time out of her day to do this for us because she wants to see other people succeed. So you'll want to be on that call. It's going to be awesome. And if anyone has any other questions, you guys can ask it now. If not, I will stop my rambling and probably do a little bit more coaching work on here once we finish, if anyone wants to stay on. Okay, I'm going to stop.